All right, welcome back, guys. You already know what time it is. We are about to react to why I was banned from the US for 5 years. Story time. I feel like y'all love these story times. I love them too, so let's do it.
Hey y'all, so I'm gonna talk about what you read in what you've read right here in the title. The story time about why I was banned from the US for 5 whole years. My son is in the background, so you may hear a little bit of baby stuff. Just please ignore it, and we're gonna see how many parts we can get into, hopefully this is just one part. Okay, so basically I was born in Canada, and when I was 10 years old, my mom decided to move us to the US.
Okay. Canadian citizenship. So she's not from America. First question answered. I thought she was from America, but she's not. So first question answered. Boom, boom. So we got that out of the way. But I still want to know how she got banned from America. And it's crazy because I got the Team USA Kobe jersey on, number 10, baby. You feel me, USA, baby.
Okay, so we moved to the US with no paperwork, no status, nothing. I was able to still go to school because typically you don't have to have a status of any sort to go to school. School is public. So I went to school, and when I moved there, by the way, I was 10 years old. Yeah, so I said that already. Okay, I was 10 years old. So we lived in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and I lived there until I was about 20.
Florida, baby.
Sensational.
Hot as hell for no reason.
Sensational.
Humidity drains your soul.
Years old. I had my daughter when I was 19, and when after 10 months after having my daughter, I wanted to. So basically, I was living in Florida all that time, and the rest of my family decided to move back to. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, basically, my family ended up moving back to Canada a few years before I had my daughter, and I decided to stay because I was in a relationship with my daughter's father. I was like, I want to stay. Da, da, da. So when my daughter was 10 months old, I started crying like to my daughter's father, like I want to go back to Canada. So my daughter's father basically bought me a ticket and said, okay, go see your family. I didn't know anything about immigration or legal status and all that type of stuff at this time. And this was also the first time that I had tried to travel anywhere since basically our mom had brought us to the US. I had never gone anywhere else.
So it kind of sounds like she got banned from America because she went back to her country. And then when she tried to come back to America, they were like, you're an illegal. But your mom never sorted any of this stuff out for you. So you've been living in the country for forever without an inkling to like what was really going on. That is a little insane, if I'm not going to lie to y'all. That's very insane.
So my daughter's father got me a ticket to go to Canada with my daughter so that we could introduce her to my family, so that I could introduce her to my family. He was going to stay back. So the ticket was for 2 weeks. I was supposed to stay for 2 weeks. When the 2 weeks ended, I went to the airport. This story is getting long, y'all. I'm sorry. Let me hurry up and wrap it up. Basically, when I got to the airport, they said, you have to establish life here. How are you saying that going back to the US is your home? That can't be your home. So they basically told me that I could not go back to the US, that I had to establish life here, meaning I had to be in school, I had to have a home, I had to have a job over 3 months plus. So y'all, I was super shook. But that's not where it ended. I didn't get banned at that point. So at this point, they just send me back and tell me that I have to establish life, come back with paperwork that proves that. But I knew I was not about to do that because my whole life was in Florida. My daughter's father, like everything that I had been living has been in Florida. So it's like, I'm not establishing life here. I want to go back home. So we came back home and we decided to come up with a plan. So this plan is what ended up getting me the actual ban. And then I'm going to tell.
Okay. So they told you legally you had to do X, Y, and Z, and you said, fuck all that talking, let's do it. And you went back to America and got banned. So essentially the ban, I hope it's like something really crazy and stupid. I hope they banned you for like something really, really dumb.
Tell y'all how I almost got arrested. So stay tuned. There might have to be a part 2, which will wrap it all up. So the second time I decide that I'm not going to try to fly across, me and my family decided the best thing for me to do was try to have somebody drive me across the border. So we went with some family members that were going on like a convention through to the US from Canada. So I pack up all me and my daughter's stuff from the trip and I'm like, let's go. So we drive across the border. They stop me. Everybody else gets to go. They stop me and they say, you have a ban. You're not able to go. So I wasn't able to go that time. Then we came up with
Wait. She's banned from Canada or America? This story, the way she's telling this story, like it's all over the place, bro. It's your story. Tell it to us properly so we can like lock in with you.
So the second time I decide that I'm not going to try to fly across, me and my family decided the best thing for me to do was try to have somebody drive me across the border. So we went with some family members that were going on like a convention through to the US from Canada.
Okay. I just didn't tap in. Now we're on track.
So I pack up all me and my daughter's stuff from the trip and I'm like, let's go. So we drive across the border. They stop me. Everybody else gets to go. They stop me and they say, you have a ban. You're not able to go. So I wasn't able to go that time. Yep. Then we came up with another plan. I'm going to tell y'all how this ends. It's crazy. So basically the third plan for me to go back home was this time instead of flying, driving, I'm going to try to walk across the border. And y'all, I had the ban on my actual passport. So when they typed in my stuff in the system, a notice came up that I was banned. So doing all of this made no sense. And I literally was illiterate when it came to immigration status. So don't come.
I mean, I could understand not knowing anything. I could understand that. Not knowing something. I get that 100%. No troll, no funny. I can understand you not really understanding what you were doing at the time. But like, if I'm going to be real with you, like, in all honesty, you could have researched that shit. Like, just being real. Because a ban from a place where you spent your entire life for a long time, that is terrible. No one deserves that. But you could have researched this shit to actually know what was going on.
Don't come for me for that. So this time we leave most of our luggage because we want it to look like a very light trip. Like basically I'm staying across the border on the other side of the border in Canada and I just want to go through Buffalo. So yeah, we're going to travel light because we're going to try to be incognito. Like, ooh, we're just walking across the border as a tourist to see what's on the other side. So this time I decided to just go with my daughter's stroller. I have my daughter in my hand. So I'm feeling brave this time. I'm like, ooh, okay, let's walk across the border. So I have my daughter in my hand right here and I'm pushing the stroller. As soon as I get in the Border Patrol station where I'm supposed to walk through, they asked to see my passport. Now, I knew they were going to ask to see my passport because they had always asked to see my passport. What I didn't know was that they actually stamped my passport. Like, there was actually that notice. So because of that, I walked in there really confident. When they asked me to see my passport, I showed them the passport, thought, no, nothing of it.
So they stamped your passport, you didn't... I thought everybody, when they got their passport stamp, they open it and always just check the stamp just because. Like, I thought that was like a thing. But maybe that's like for when you travel a lot, you just do it just to do it. Like, you know, I don't know. But like, I'm thinking like after, you know, you get your passport, you put it in your bag, you make it through. And then sometimes you just look at it because you bored type shit.
Literally, they didn't say anything to me. Another Border Patrol officer came from behind me and took my daughter out of my hands. You guys, took my daughter. So y'all know I was freaking the hell out. I started screaming and crying, give me my daughter back, give me my daughter back, give me my daughter back.
Facts.
Like, I'll never do this again. I promise I'll never do this again. And what they did was they decided to break down everything that was happening to me because I didn't understand the whole immigration thing and nobody had actually explained it to me. And then they told me that I was banned for 5 full years, so not to try again. And if I did, I would be arrested. So I ended up building and establishing my life here, ended up losing the relationship that I had with my daughter's father and losing everything that I had in Florida. I literally haven't been back to Florida ever since. My daughter's 15 now. This happened 15 years ago, and the moral of...
Okay, this happened a long ass time ago, so maybe she just didn't know where to look for the information. So that would be fair. That's like different. But to get banned from a country for 5 years, well, let's see. Let's wrap this up and see what else you got to say.
The story for me is just that be careful what you wish for, be careful what you ask for, because the universe will give it to you. I begged to come to see my family in Canada, and low-key wanted my daughter raised around my family, and that's literally what the universe gave me. But the best part about it is that I'm in the happiest place I could be. I'm now married. I have 2 more other children, and I feel like I'm in the best life that I could have ever had. So that was my story time, y'all.
Okay, that's valid. It still ended in something positive. I thought it was going to be a crazier story, but like it still was a wild ride. Make sure you know the laws that pertain to things in your life. That's it. You feel me? That's it. All right. So you already know what time it is. If you made it to the end of the video, hit that like button, subscribe, and make sure you guys follow me on Twitch. I'm live on Twitch every single day. I stream 6 to 8 hours a day typically. I do live reactions, I do special requests, and I game. So tune in with me. And that's it. Y'all have a good day. Appreciate y'all as always.